ladies and gentlemen, to the Racers Elite Network. I almost said Xfinity Series. It is not. That was last night. Tonight, we have the Next Gen Series, and we are at the Talladega Super Speedway, and it's going to get a little wild here tonight. Ron Piles bringing us all the action, producing on the controls. Maybe a little bit of announcership as well. Russ Martin Jr. joining me in the booth, and the cameras tonight provided by Whiplash Cameras here at Talladega, Alabama. A little over 2.5 miles, the big oval here. 82 degrees ambient air temperature, 45% humidity, partly cloudy weather, 2-mile-an-hour wind gust. How are you doing tonight, Russ?
Oh man, I'm fighting here. Got a little bit of a chest infection here, so if you hear me coughing throughout the night, that's why. I apologize in advance for that. But man, excited to get tonight underway. Second to last race of the playoffs here. We got a really tight points championship battle going on right now between Zach Lockett and Andrew Teft out there. So a lot of implications coming into Dega tonight.
Yeah, speaking of that, we had quite some interesting points battles going on in the Xfinity last night as well, and that's down to the last race next week. 5 points, 5 to 8 points gap between the top five. So a very tight battle there as well. As you can tell tonight, the Next Gen Series not much different. As Zach Lockett, like you were saying, only ahead of Andrew Teft by 1 point here tonight. So quite tight battle there, and only about 10 points back. About 9 points back is Troy Thomas in third, and teammate Truth Oak back there as well in the fourth spot. So he's a little further out, but this field here seems to be a bit bigger than the one we saw last night. Last night the action was so interesting, but we'll see how the Next Gen Series plays out. But Truth Oak, 2,088 points. Alex Teft rounds out your top five with 2,083 points. Richard Otis, sixth with 2,082 points. Dennis Kane, seventh with 2,076 points. Kirby Wainscott's eighth with 2,072 points. Barry Nelson in ninth with 2,067 points. Trevor Fitting is 10th with 2,066 points. Kinsley Smith, 11th with 2,056 points. And Curtis Eckert's 12th with 2,011 points. The rest of the drivers, 13th on back, still competing for series points. However, their battle is kind of by themselves. So doesn't mean that they can't win a race, and it don't mean as much because winning a race is has a very adverse effect on the playoffs if you're one of the drivers in the championship standings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially tonight, we've got some drivers coming in. Andrew opened tonight up for pretty much any of the series drivers that wanted to come in and run tonight to try to help fill this field out. And any of them drivers could really have a deciding factor in tonight too. I mean, if one of those guys were to win, take a win away from one of these playoff guys, or if one of these guys were happen to wreck some of these playoff guys, I mean, it's a lot on the line here tonight. But I know the one thing that our points leader Zach Lockett's happy about is he's in a plate race with a teammate here tonight. We got he brought in a teammate over because Andrew opened this thing up, give him a little bit of drafting help here tonight, and we'll see if Nathan Brzezowski out there can help push Zach to a win here tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been interesting opening this up. It's a great idea to allow for other drivers to come in and help out, and hopefully it's the quality of racing that Racers Elite provides here is just so upstanding. It's great action each and every night that we go live here on the Racers Elite Network, and we enjoy bringing you guys this action. It's great that Andrew has us aboard and allows us to do this, and allows the broadcasters to come together and work together throughout multiple channels. Andrew is one of those guys that he's got the channel set up. We just come in, we do our thing, and he allows us to collaborate together as an open source, and that's awesome. I enjoy that about Andrew and the Racers Elite Network. It's great working with you guys, and it's a lot of growing camaraderie here with Racers Elite.
Yeah, the big thing, especially with the with the broadcast team. I mean, there's some nights some guys can't do it. Other guys are just willing to jump right in. Like tonight. You take it over tonight, next week. Um, it's just a lot of fun. I always enjoy coming up here and calling these races. I might step away on next season, try to put some more focus into doing some actual racing. But I always enjoy calling these races, especially this next gen series. Unfortunately, this series going away next season, going to Sunday nights or Sundays for the full cup schedule. Next season Thursday nights are going to Gen Fours, so that should be a lot of fun. But yeah, I always enjoy calling these races. I'll be back up here Sunday calling the Daytona 500 race too, so be a lot of fun.
Like, yeah, most definitely. That's always a great thing to do here is looking at the board now. We have drivers hitting the racetrack for their outlap, and I believe private qualifying session being held here. So the lap times you see here will be quite slower compared to what you're going to see when we get into race trim and the drivers actually start drafting together. As you look at the Busch Beer sponsored 55 of Truth Oak out there on his outlap. So we'll get, as usual, one warm up lap and two scored laps for times here in the qualifying session.
Yeah, that's one of the things about here at Dega. Really, you got your out lap, you got two laps that count, but really you're kind of burning that first lap just because you still need that extra lap for momentum. So most of the time that second quality lap is going to be your money lap.
Yeah, usually is. We do have a lot of great quality, great skilled drivers here. It is not completely uh, avoidable. Yeah, not completely avoidable to not touch that outside wall on your second lap, trying to get that lap down, or even on the first lap, if you try to run up against the wall. So the first lap, sometimes you might see somebody's lap not count. They try to run what we call a swing lap, and you maximize your speed and top speed through the straightaways in order to get down to the bottom side for your actual qualifying lap and try to keep the car off the apron.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing here out of Truth. He's already on his first time lap here, and now he's coming out of forward to that second one, and you're gonna see him now. This whole second lap, he'll be right down on the bottom all the way around. Now that he's up to full speed here.
You'll see. Hopefully, lap times coming in. We got multiple drivers out there. I'm gonna just kind of highlight a few. And 54.247 is his first lap. Going to be quick enough for the pole for the time being. As Zach Lockett clocks in 54.488 seconds. Quick time now. Joshua Norton 53.951. Got a great lap there on the bottom. See a 54.582 for Brzezowski, and Kirby Wainscott now to the top of the board, 53.915. He'll best out Joshua Norton's lap time. So, of course, we're expecting a lot of these to change over and over and over again. The 77 coming to the line now going to be Alex Gates. We'll see if he can throw a lap time on the board here. I think that was an out lap. And true second lap time this time around. He'll be coming in here shortly. See if he can take to the top of the charts. Truth, very competitive driver here. Truth Oaks lap time, going to go 53.879. That's quick enough for the top of the board until Zach Lockett crosses a 53.803. Just quick time for Zach Lockett. A lot of drivers crossing here, putting lap times in. Mikey Allen, 54.001. Barry Nelson goes 53.883. Barry Nelson third quick. Nathan Brzezowski's new personal best here, 53.994, and that is going to put him sixth fastest on the speed chart. Troy Thomas going to go 56.248. Get these cameras again. Go 77 of Alex Gates went fourth quick, 53.884. Fast time still belongs to Zach Lockett. Can he hold it here? Is a 67. Mikey Allen crosses 53.944. Sixth quick for Mikey Allen. And Aaron Roth going to cross the stripe 53.936. 53.936 for Aaron Roth in the 57. Sixth quick currently. Richard Ode on his outlap, the 88 of Troy Thomas. The Nitrous Cowboy going to go fifth quick on his first lap, 53.889. Second lap, excuse me. So it's quicker on his second time around. As we're used to seeing here. And for those of you that haven't seen, I've got your playoff drivers that are in contention are highlighted in a goldenrod color there on your tower. On the ticker, their name will be in that color. So they're in a gold color. So just a heads up on what to look for here tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into the Racers Elite Network. Playoffs underway. Next to last race on tonight for the Next Gen Series. Richard Ode about to put his first lap down on the board. Let's see if it clicks in here. He might have had an issue on his first lap, so not seeing that counting. Stephen Luttrell crosses 53.825, the first lap for Stephen Luttrell.
That's a pretty good
Stephen,
first lap.
I'll say he's what was it? 53.825. Yeah, pretty good first lap for Stephen. He might
See if he's able to pick it up on the second lap and take over the pole position and lock it. I mean, running P2 only 2 thousandths off of locking on his first lap. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, no kidding. He's definitely got opportunity here. We'll see. Richard Ode's about to cross now. We'll see what his lap time clocks in. Richard Ode going to cross 54.424 his first lap. Stephen Luttrell working his way through the trioval. Now we'll see what this lap time comes in for the number 36 Toyota Camry. See, crosses Luttrell slower on his second lap, 54.028. So must have caught the apron and drugged the splitter a little bit.
Oh, Lockett dodged the bullet there.
Yeah, Zach Lockett stays the rocket here in the number 93 in qualifying so far. 3 minutes remain. Still got quite a few drivers to take to the racetrack if they decide to. It's not mandatory to run a qualifying lap here, especially at Talladega. It could also be a very bold strategy.
I say it's going to be interesting to see what Lockett's strategy is going to be, seeing as though his teammate right now is at the bottom of the pack, and the guys that late a qualifying lap. Wazowski back there with a 53.99, sitting 12th out of 12 drivers that have qualified. So it'll be interesting to see if Lockett tries to maybe lead that first lap, then fall back there and find his teammate, or if he's going to make Nate run his way up through the field.
Yeah, 53.917 posted by Richard Ode. He's going to be sitting in about the 8th position in that number 78 machine. And Brandon Sanfilippo now on the racetrack. He's posted a 54.850 for his first lap. So his first time lap. Bottom of the board right now as far as qualifiers, which is 13th. However, he's coming around to turns 3 and 4 now. We'll see if he's able to get that lap time dialed down a little bit, move up the field here, get a better starting position. And a factor, retrospect for me, qualifying at Talladega, Daytona, any of those super speedways, really, I'm not too concerned about where I'm going to start at. I want that pit box selection. I want to qualify on the pole. I want that first box, and Sanfilippo is going to go 53.911. That's 7th quick, so he did improve on his second lap. And if nobody else qualifies, he will be starting in the 7th position.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you when it comes to qualifying here. I mean, your starting position doesn't matter; it's that finishing position. But I like that pit box selection. I mean, if you can get that number 1 pit box, you're right there by the exit. And, win a lot of races off pit road.
Sure do. That's a very bold one too, especially Talladega. You're probably not going to see a lot of drivers take tires tonight. I'm a strategist or strategist, as you want to call it, here at Talladega or Daytona. When I come to pit road, if I'm getting fuel, I'm already on pit road for usually 9-10 seconds. I'm taking right sides.
Yeah, I mean the extra time for the tires, really doesn't affect much of anything when it comes to these super speedways. Like I said, most of the time you don't really take tires, but I mean, if you're already sitting there for 9 or 10 seconds, you might as well at least get some kind of freshies.
Yeah, that's my biggest rule of thumb here as far as doing something of that nature. We have 18 seconds left here at qualifying, so it looks like we've seen all 13 of our qualifiers. We still got quite a few other drivers here with us that are choosing not to, because we got about another 8 or 9 drivers that are not going to qualify. So gonna get interesting to see how this plays out for them when we roll over into our race trim momentarily.
Yeah, the ones that didn't lay a qualifying lap, they're probably figuring out just trying to ride around the back and stay safe until the end of this thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite the show to see how this plays out.
Dega, man. Dega's always interesting.
Dega's got its own little quote there. It's like the Bristol dirt race. Bristol, baby. This is Dega.
Exactly. I said anytime we come to Talladega, all I can think of is Cletus McFarland and his group with the Dega, Dega.
Heck yeah. Let's find the proper camera for this. Probably isn't one. It's alright. Yeah, we'll do that one. Alrighty, so we're going to look at our starting grid for today's race here. Starting on the inside of the front row, the Rocket, Zach Lockett, the 93, driving for Adrenaline Racing. To his outside will be the 36, Stephen Luttrell. Inside of number 2, Misfits Racing's number 55, it's Truth Hope. To his outside will be the 28 of Barry Nelson. He'll start 4th. Inside row number 3 is the 77 of Alex Gates. Outside row number 3 in the 6th spot. In the 88 is Misfits Racing's own Nitrous Cowboy, it's Troy Thomas. Inside of row number 4, driving the Stream Mix number 12, it's Brandon Sanfilippo. To his outside, Chicken Coop Racing's number 10, Kirby Wainscott. Inside of number 5, Richard Ode, the 78, will start 9th. Starting position number 10 is HD Motorsports. Number 57 is Aaron Roth. Inside of row number 6 is the 67 of Mike Allen for HD Motorsports. To his outside, LNG Power Sports. 24 is Joshua Norton Jr. Rolling back now to position number 13. Inside of number 7, it's the 97 for Adrenaline Racing's Nathan Brzezowski. To his outside, it is Brandon Puffenbarger, and the 5 will start 14th. Inside of row number 8, man, this is unusual, but he may be playing it safe. Chicken Coop Racing's number 98 is Andrew Teft. To his outside, man, they're keeping it in the family there in row 8. Chicken Coop Racing's number 43 is Alex Teft. Going back now to position 17. Inside of number 9, it's the 42 of Run River Racing's Jonathan Stidham. And position 18, Night Owl, CCR, BHCL. I'm not going to try it. It's cut off. This is the 4 of Dennis Kane, will start 18th. Driving the Stream Mix number 15 is Kinsley Smith, will start 19th. And outside of number 10, Timothy Wisebrand, number 92, will start 20th. Inside of row 11, Misfits Racing number 50 is Terry Fennell. And starting 22nd on the field is Trevor Fitting in the number 711. So 22 drivers here. It's quite the field here for Talladega. It's a big enough track to handle it. We'll see if the drivers can sort it out on their own here throughout the course of this event. 75 laps is the distance. I'd imagine we're going to have a few pit stops along the way, and hopefully not so many bumps and bruises, but the drivers are going to decide that factor here as they roll down the back straight away and get tied and settled in. And check those belts one more time here. Get those tires a little bit heated up. Cold tires are never a great thing to have on an initial start, but that's how we start every race here on the Racers Elite Network and the iRacing Simulator in general. All the tires usually cold when we go to the race trim, and we're going to find out who's going to win tonight and also who's going to try to stretch that point lead out or is an underdog to pick up the win tonight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, one man I know I'm going to be keeping my eye on is that 15 back there in the back of the pack there, Kinsley Smith. I mean, he don't like me talking about him, and I know he's listening right now, and he's going to chew me out later for talking about him, but anytime we're in a super speedway, you got to keep your eye on that 15 Kinsley Smith. He's fast here. He knows how to get from the back to the front. So that'll be one car I'll be keeping my eye on all race long.
So Andrew Tuft led 30 laps last night in the Xfinity Series. He'll be one to keep an eye on as well. And I tell you, there's a few drivers in this field that led some laps last night. We're going to find out who's going to win tonight. As the iRacing.com official pace truck will take the dive to pit road. And we're going to go green flag racing here off the tri-oval. This has a weird start zone. You got to wait for that tri-oval where the start-finish line is not exactly centered. It's a little offset. And now we're going to green here through the tri-oval. And we'll get on the loud pedal. Zach Lockett going to bring the number 93 to call here. I believe it's a Goodlocker-sponsored 93 Toyota. And he's going to take to the... Oh, I thought he was going to lead, but here comes Stephen Luttrell with a big push from Barry Nelson early.
Yeah, Steve's getting a good push out on that top side. Zach down there at the bottom. See if you get away from Truth. Not like Truth got kind of a slow start here to this, but Truth now back to that back bumper of the 93, Zach Lockett. We'll see if this bottom lane can come in now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see going through if the bottom lane. Bottom lane is coming to call here as they roll through 3 and 4. It seems like 1 and 2 always prevails, usually top. But 3 and 4, the stretch they have off of 4, it takes a minute for that top side to roll back to the top, but roll back to the front. But it looks like it's going to break up a little bit. They're not going to have the support that they really need to get back up to your race leader at the current time. But they're using a little bit of side draft here. They're getting a little bit of momentum. You can see it looks like Barry Nelson and the 36 of Stephen Luttrell bringing the outside lane back to call with the 93 of Zach Lockett. So, I mean, they're kind of done on their own. They lost a couple drivers last lap. This lap, they're making it happen with the 5 that they've got going on there.
Yeah, there were a couple of drivers I saw dive out of line, just kind of fall to the back. Tevin Kirby Wainscott, I know, being one of them. I think maybe Dennis Kane was another one. Back there, you can see him right there on that outside. Just kind of falling to the back, protecting themselves. 75 laps. It's a long race around here. We're going to have multiple pit stops, plenty of time. Just sit back and kind of enjoy the ride. Now we see Truth Hope dish out from the backside of Zach Lockett. He's going to try to lead lap 2 here.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be able to do that as they roll through there. Let's see if it did. It went to him there. I got that was interesting to watch. We saw turns 3 and 4. It looked like Alex Gates and Barry Nelson almost made contact through turns 3 and 4, but they were able to get things situated and sorted out and continue on here. This is I know they were trying to bump draft a little bit, not bump draft, side draft, and they got subject got a little touchy.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of side draft never hurt anybody, but sometimes, I mean, especially since the last update of these next gens, man, they get kind of upset with that side draft. So, I mean, this is lap 3, and we're side drafted already. It could be make for a very interesting race if this keeps up throughout the duration of the whole race. Yeah,
it could be as simple as a point scheme too. You lead, if you happen to get a lap lead, maybe you get an extra bonus point or something towards the season, and there's drivers up there trying to do that, trying to make up a little bit of bonus points. So it's kind of interesting to see how many lead changes we'll have throughout the course of the day. But being Talladega and side-by-side racing consistently, that number is going to go through the roof.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Wouldn't be surprised to see a ton of different lead changes. So especially once this outside line really starts to come in. Yeah, they'll be back and forth all race long.
I say we're lap 3 right now, coming to lap 4, and we're about to have our third different driver lead a lap.
Yeah, Steve Luttrell get pushed by Zach Lockett there. Going to get himself a lap lead. Those bonus points are a lot, especially here in these playoffs. I mean, I know, Zach got his bonus point there on that first lap, and I know he's wanting the bonus points for leading the most laps. I mean, the bonus points are everything in these playoffs. And when right now there's only a 1-point spread between him and Andrew Tefft in the playoffs, man, I know Zach wants the most laps led too. Yeah,
it's quite an interesting deal. There's last night Sean Dunaway in the 01 Hello Kitty sponsored ride in the Xfinity class. He ran out of fuel on the last lap. Patrick Millette came from like 6 seconds back at that point to pick up the win. So that was interesting, and just how it all played out.
One of the things about races elite here, a lot of these races come down to fuel strategy, and more times than not, I've seen a lot of guys be able to save 6-7 laps of fuel and stretch a run. I mean, I know I saw that Tuesday night in the Truck Series. I think it was Alex Tefft, I think, won that race and saved like 7 laps of fuel on the final stint. And it's just it's crazy how many of these races come down to a fuel strategy.
Yeah, it was. That's what it came down to last night. Sean was saving fuel. It was a lot of fuel. He ran out of 4 on the last lap and just had no go juice left. And Stephen Luttrell led 7 laps last night, so he ended up finishing in the top 5, 5th position. That's one of the things to watch. And there are bonus points for leading 1 or more laps, and there's also a bonus point for leading the most laps, and having the fastest lap of the race is also 1 bonus point. So stuff to keep tabs on there as well.
Absolutely. Now we're seeing this bottom lane really starting to prevail over that top side. That top lane really falling off. Looks like about the top 5 right now are separated from that second lane. So that top side kind of falling off early
here. Yeah, it's going to take an army to keep that side going. As Brandon Puffenbarger is using the draft as advantage, 49.649 right now, the fastest lap of the race. And he's back in roughly the 20th position.
You see Stephen Luttrell kind of getting a little bit of a gap there on Lockett. He's going to have to watch that gap, maybe drag the brake just a little bit, keep himself a little closer to Lockett. I mean, he gets too far away out front out there. Lockett, Gates, and San Filippo there. They could always take to the high side, leave the trail hanging, and just freight train them.
Zach Lockett with 4 wins on the seasons, and one of those being the first race of the chase. Definitely a driver to keep your eye on throughout the course of this race here. And watch and see how things go. Unfortunately, lap 8 right now underway, 7 complete, 68 laps to go. That is my racing number. I love the number 68. It's my lucky number. So to point that out there. Oh, a little bobble there. Bump draft gone wrong. The 24 into the back of the 67 of Mike Allen, but they've got it corrected. And that's going to kill the momentum the top side had going, but we're going to gather it back up. Watch the lane changes now. Everybody kind of broke pace, so it could potentially cause more harm than good.
Yeah, I was just saying, look who just jumped there to that outside and picked that outside line up there. That 15, Kensley Smith, already up to, looks like P6 right now. We're working P6 on the outside of the 97 of Nathan Brzezowski.
Yeah, Kensley with 2 wins on the season, but he's got a lot of great skill behind the wheel of that machine. Looking to see.
But now the outside line started to make a comeback. Richard Odie out there in front of Kensley on that outside, looking to go to the lead at 78. We're going a little bit loose off the bumper of Kensley. But they're going to clear the 78, and Kensley are going to go down to the bottom, and Richard Odie's going to lead this lap.
So, dang, that's another lead change and another driver to get out front. That's our 4th different driver to lead a lap here today in just 10 laps. So, I mean, that's a virtue of Talladega, don't get me wrong. But it just goes to show that anybody can get up there and do it. As Kensley will probably be looking to try to be the next driver to lead that lap. He probably wants to be up there, but man, these drivers trying to keep these cars cool, and that's one of the hardest things to do with the race here is at Talladega.
Yeah, if I know Kensley just a little bit here at these plate races, he's perfectly comfortable running second. I mean, he always likes to make that last lap pass, and that move for the win, but I'm sure he'd like to get at least a lap led, but I mean, I know Kensley's perfectly content sitting right there pushing that 78 around this track right now.
Yeah, we got 2 drivers that are separated from the field, and I'm not certain if they started with the field or if they started from the pits, but the 10 of Kirby Wainscott and the 92 of Timothy Osborne, currently 21st and 22nd on the field by themselves, separated from anybody and everybody else out there. Just kind of had, they're probably drinking macchiato about now.
Yeah, I know Kirby started with the field. I'm pretty sure Eisberg did too, because I saw Wainscott there jump to that outside and kind of fall to the back. But must be he just lost way too much momentum when he did that. Just completely lost the draft. I think Eisberg was given an EOL at the beginning. I don't know if he asked for it or what, but it looks like this field's just about ready to catch Eisberg here, maybe another lap or so.
Yeah, it's not going to be long. Speed variances are quite huge. Looking at the 187, 186. Race leaders 191, 192, and you're looking at Osborne's 178, 177. Same for Kirby Wainscott. So I mean, 20, say roughly almost 20 mile an hour difference.
Yeah, it's like when you're out there running by yourself. It's just like you're carrying a big parachute compared to what it is like being in the draft with this group of cars here. It's going to be interesting to watch these guys try to go around him. Hopefully he gets up there to that high side, just kind of stays up along the wall without getting into it, coming back down into the field.
That's just exactly what we're going to do.
I was saying, it's always a tricky situation when you're running too wide in the pack around here, then you come up on a slower lap car like that, because they're going to freight train him real quick, fast, and in a hurry once they get to him.
Yeah, we're going to go on-board cockpit view with the 78 of Richard Odie as they approach the back of Timothy Osborne's number 92 machine. As you see him all the way up against the wall. I was hoping we give it a little bit different look here, but you can see just how quick they're going to chew him up.
Staying right up there in that third lane up by the wall. Doing a good job holding it up there so far. These guys look like they're going to get by him here. That was the biggest issue, was right there through 3 and 4, but clean and green. Looks like stay clear of everybody.
It's a little awesome to watch the class of drivers be able to hold that ground like that. As Jonathan Stidham is going to go with a 49.606 second lap time. That's the current time to beat for the fastest lap of the race bonus.
Now, one thing I did notice now is Lockett back there. He's kind of falling back as these guys have been passing him, but now he's got his teammate right there behind him, which I knew he would be looking for him, and now you got those two drivers. Now they're on the bottom, 93, 97, right there together. So be interested to see if they can keep themselves together for the rest of this race and see how they're going to play out as teammates around here.
Yeah, most definitely. That's one of the biggest things drafting tracks. You gotta have help, and coming into a race without knowing you don't have anybody that's kind of in your corner with you, or anybody that you can kind of help. You got to try to build a bond. And oh man, that is a push bump draft and a half from the 12 of Brandon Sanfilippo to the 77 of Alex Gates. So that was an interesting push there.
I said you even got Truth Oak at the 55 with his bumper right to the back of the 12 too. So
yeah, they are definitely not afraid to put those bumpers out there.
but going back to what you were talking about the teammates here at these super speedways, I always bring it up anytime we're at a super speedway. If you're one of those drivers without a teammate, it's just like Darrell Waltrip always said. It's always about that co-opetition. You got to try to make, your co-opetition and find your frenemies, because you got to have somebody out there to work with to make something like this work at a plate track when you ain't got no teammates. But I think most of these guys out here tonight, I think now all have at least one teammate on the track.
Yeah, I usually go into these races, and I usually don't have any help, and I just try to start pushing people and helping. Alex Stepney to set the quickest lap of the race, 49.528. So they keep dropping that bar. So we're gonna see how many more drivers gonna challenge that bar going forward.
Yeah, as I said, now these guys get around the 10 there. Kirby Wainscott throwing him that lap down. He'll be able to fall in line now, just like Timothy Eisman was, and got around him good and clean too.
However, Richard Ode is the man out front. He's leading the pack and leading the field. Driver on the move right now, Kinsley Smith, like you mentioned earlier, jumped out, took the, I don't even know what you'd call it, took the express tram to the front, up 17 spots, 19th to second, as he's continuing his charge here. Early in the going, lap 18, underway of 75, 16 laps complete, 58 laps remain.
Yeah, I was saying, Kinsley did that in a matter of about 7 laps, I think. So, it's like I always say, you just want to keep an eye out at these plate tracks. And I know he's listening, and good job, Kinsley. You're making me look good, buddy.
Making you look good, but he's not making your wallet any thicker. No bets wagered.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. At least I didn't pick him to win. I just said he's going to be a driver to keep an eye on, because he really hates it when I pick him to win a race. So a little bit better just to say he's a driver to keep your eye on.
So you're saying we should do some picks as Terry Fennell. Mikey Allen's going to go 49.509 new overall best, but did he get outbeat by Terry Fennell in the 50 with a 49.495?
So once again, that bottom lane really showing the speed here. That top lane falling right off. See Andrew Teft up there leading that outside lane, and they're just kind of going backwards at this point.
Yeah, it's once again something to keep in mind. As you see now scrolling across your screen, the drivers that are in gold, those are the playoff drivers. Everybody else is wild cards in these events.
I'll say the other thing, I didn't get a number before the race. Maybe these guys are starting to prepare themselves for their first round of green flag pit stops too, because we're close right here on lap 20 as of right now. they may be trying to get themselves to the bottom, try to get themselves in line and make this first round of green flag pit stops. I'm not sure what the fuel run is here. Didn't get a number before the race started, but maybe that's what we got going on here.
I usually get a number dropped, but I have not seen one today.
Yeah, I think Andrew was slacking up a little bit there before the race because I know he usually dumps it in there, and he didn't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not seeing any numbers here for fuel mileage. So right now it's the top five: Richard Ode, Kinsley Smith, Joshua Norton Jr., Stephen Latrell, and Zach Lockett. As we get ready for what we believe our first round of green flag stops coming up in a matter of laps, since everybody now is kind of single file on us.
So I thought maybe they were, but I mean, the top lane is still pretty content riding out there. Starting to make just a little bit of headway again. Andrew Teft leading, looks like that's his brother Alex right there behind him. I mean, they're not. I mean, if they were in a dire strait to get to the bottom for pits, they would just all start falling to the back and fall in line. But so far, they're still holding strong up there on the outside.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna make the move at the end of this thing. It's still really early.
Absolutely. Clayton lap 21, started on lap 22. Clayton Green says is dropping the green flag, so good job out of these guys here at Dega getting it done.
Yeah, so far so good. Everybody being able to keep their cars going, pointed in the right direction as far as we can tell. We've had a few minor scares, but everybody able to keep them together.
The outside lane really starting to pick up some headway now. Andrew Teff looking to the outside of Steve Latrell around that P4 spot. This outside line is starting to come again. We got 5 drivers up there, so holding strong with 5 drivers and making headway. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's going to be a come and go kind of race here.
I'll say Alice is looking to lead this lap. Andrew gets it done.
This might also be these drivers preparing for pit stops too. Those drivers may have been back a little further than they wanted to be, and they're trying to make up some track position before this first round of green flag stops.
Yeah, could very well be. Just have to see. See the 42 up there. Kind of he jumped up there, but he didn't really grab that draft to the outside line like he wanted to, I don't think. Now he's starting to get there. Looked like he was followed back a little bit. Now he's got that draft.
I'm starting to wonder if he's trying to make a run. The drivers, like you said, some of them do listen to this broadcast and pay attention to the stream. They might be. I mean, some of them probably using other overlays too to find out what the best lap or fastest lap of the race is. But some of them could be playing cat and mouse, trying to outbeat Terry Funnels 49.495.
Yeah, it could very well be.
That is a bonus point.
Yeah, well, I'll say who was Kesley jumped up just a little bit right there. Not sure who that is right there behind him. Man, he got real close to San Filippo in that 12 car on the outside. Oh, San Filippo in the 77 with a quick juke to the bottom.
Yeah, I think they may be.
I think they're lining up now.
Yeah, they're all trying to find their way in. Let's see. Maybe a lap or so.
I was going to say maybe a lap or two away. Finding any time that they can get down there to the bottom.
I honestly think we're probably about 5 or 6 laps shy of the actual green flag pit window. It doesn't make sense for it to come evenly like lap 25.
Yeah, I hear the guys right now calling out that they're coming this lap, so green flag pit stops will be starting this lap. So again, it could come down. I mean, this is a third of the way through here. Could be really, really close if we go green all the way.
I'll say it's making me feel like this may be a 3-stop race.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be dependent on, again, where you are on the track. I mean, if you're in a draft, you can obviously get more laps than what you can if you're leading. And I think that's by the extent of
Richard Ode
go around on pit road.
We caught that live. Richard Ode started to go around. Did not receive any contact. Gonna cost him. He's gonna have to try to renegotiate his pit stop here. I'm seeing some tires being put on a car down here. Looks like maybe Kinsley Smith in the 15 getting some tires, and also who else is back there? But
I'm seeing the right sides. So just like we talked about earlier, you're getting that fuel. You might as well at least get some right sides.
yeah, there's definitely Kinsley Smith will be first off of pit road. I'm gonna take a look here. I believe Alex Steph probably about to dive down here in the 43 as they roll off a turn 4. Looks like Andrew tapped Alex Steph. We got the whole group here coming down as well. Got a few gonna stay out here.
Steve Luttrell with a great run on that inside. Gonna just get that bumper past Alex Steph on the entry to pit road right there.
Yeah,
It's like, is that Odie? I'll say, is that and Alex Steph is into the pit wall.
Yes, he is.
Is Odie still in his pit box? I wonder if maybe he got a speeding penalty coming to pit road there.
He did get penalty.
Looks like that 78 is still sitting in his pit box. Now he's just not coming out.
And that may be smart on his part. He'll be with a pack of cars. He won't be by himself. So even maybe that penalty helped him out. Brandon Puffenbarger now coming to pit road, and he is going to be all alone.
All by himself. That's not something you want to do in a play track.
No, but he may be able to bounce back from it. We'll see. Race out front right now he is the leader, so he may be able to mold back in. He might. I'd be taking fuel, and hopefully they can get him on or off pretty quickly here. As Jonathan Stedham is in danger of going a lap down to the 36 of Stephen Luttrell. However, Puffenbarger now rolling off a pit road, but I do not know that he's going to have the speed to stay with this lead pack.
Yeah, lead pack coming through the trioval right now. I don't think he's going to be quite up to speed enough to be able to hang with the backside of the draft of this pack. As they are catching him now, they're going to be passing him right here. Yeah, he's not going to be able to keep up with this pack.
Yeah, he's got another pack there. The 24s. That field is going wide. Richard Ode's going to have to hang to the top side of the racetrack.
Yeah, this is where things get really interesting. Is after this first round of green flag pit stops, and we start getting like two different little groups of packs of cars here. We've got this whole front pack here being led by Alex Gates, Kinsley Smith. Then we got a little, like 4 or 5 car train just a little bit farther behind them. So see if those guys are able to work together to catch up to the backside of this main pack here.
Yeah, there's a third pack. Actually, it has the 28 of Barry Nelson in it. About 6 cars back there. The main field though has got your lap traffic for the most part. Looks like the main field has all the lap traffic. See who had the fastest pit stop during that round. Looks to be an 11-second stop under that. Holy crap, that is Nathan Brzezowski. 11.93, the fastest stop during that cycle.
Yeah, gained him a bunch of spots too. Currently running P4, it looks like, on the track. So, great pit stop by Brzezowski.
13th to 4th.
Probably did fuel only.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, it could have got right sides.
Always possibility there.
like all these guys are single file now, trying to ride this thing down. I mean, we're clean and green, 30 laps in. Just trying to ride it out to the end, it looks like maybe.
Yeah, they're trying to make it through the rounds of pit stops and not get taken out of the event here tonight. It's definitely separated our playoff drivers by quite a good bit.
Yeah, so our top two are right there, nose to tail back there, about 6th and 7th. With Andrew Teff being just one car right there in front of the 93 of Zach Lockett. Bill Lockett's looking for his teammate who jumped him out in pit road, currently running P4. The top two in points right now, running right there nose to tail.
It's interesting watching these drivers do this. As now we're looking at 8 different drivers have led laps here today. And Truth Hook is a meatball. What happened to 55?
Meatball. Did he blow up? I ain't seeing anything as far as wrecks go. Did he blow that thing up? Get it too hot?
It sounds like it is not running.
Oh, truth.
He is rolling the pit road. He's going to be looking for that faster pair, but the woes have hit the 55 pit here at Talladega.
Brother. Must have just got her a little too hot and
Let's see if we can
she
see.
went kaboom.
See if we can see. Go back here and look at what happened to the 55. Didn't quite go far enough, but I think he did overheat in the middle of the pack. Yep, pushing the Texaco heavily in 28 out front, Barry Nelson. And you're going to hear the change. Oh, yeah. She went down cylinders.
Yeah, that kind of hand grenaded right there on him. And man, tough break for Truth. He's one of those playoff drivers, too. You know, he's one of the playoff drivers. So
this goes to show you why these Jazz are weaving so hardcore, following somebody, trying to get that clean air. It's still warm, but it'll cool the car down very rapidly.
Yeah, I mean, even just a second or two of that fresh air on the nose is, help cool that thing down.
So we see Truth working his way back out to the field, all the way back. Was running the second, now 22nd. Couple laps down at that.
Gonna stick up there to the outside. Gonna go down another one here. Gonna definitely need some help to get himself back into any kind of contention here tonight.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Like it's he's gonna be about 3 laps down. That's about 2 or 3. So 2 laps down. So yeah, it's it'll be hard to fight back, especially with the lead pack doing what they do and doing it well.
Yeah, doing it well, doing it clean.
Yeah, Lucky Dogs and wave rounds are almost non-existent racing elite. Almost.
It's happens from time to time.
Yeah, we open the glossary up a little bit and use our words occasionally, so to speak.
Yeah, that's one thing here. I mean, I always like to say, hopefully, we don't see a flag of a certain color, because that commentator's curse for something to go wrong is definitely existing.
Well, we hope Caution Man is not in attendance tonight.
There you go. I see that outside lane starting to do a little bit of work here again.
Yeah, Joshua Norton gonna stick his nose out there, and they're going down the back straightaway. He's getting help from the 42, who's actually a lap down lap car there, helping Josh Norton stay out front for the time being. Aaron Roth trying to battle back on the outside, and both Josh Norton and Aaron Roth trying to lead a lap, get those bonus points, and man, they're sharing alike here today. Of thinking multiple drivers leading laps. That's pretty awesome that people are, drivers are sticking their neck out there to help everybody out.
Yeah, I mean, now we're going to add, our 9th different leader of the race so far?
2, 3, 4.
Oh, Ross! Or no,
Nine,
that
9 lead
that's
changes.
9. Yep.
Well, 9 different lap leaders. Joshua Norton is going to post the fastest lap of the race. Out front, 49.373. And he has dropped it down a good bit.
See, I don't know if it's just me. I'm seeing 257s back to back up there on the outside of Roth, and I can't tell who that other one is up there. Well, I was gonna say that second 57 car out there on that outside, man, he almost went around, but he was able to get it safe.
Oh yeah, that's who is up there with him? That's a good question. We got some
Oh,
numbers.
getting a little crazy again here. Eisburn.
Is it Osborne?
No, it's the 57 car that's in front of Eisburn. I'm not sure if he's got a wrong number on or not, but I'm seeing Aaron Roth in the 57 and then a second 57 right behind him.
It may be supposed to be a 67. Looks like Mike Allen.
Oh, is that Mikey Allen?
Yeah.
I say it looks like his paint's got a 5 7 on it.
It is a 5, but he's supposed to be 6. I don't know exactly
Oh,
what
I
the
said it.
is. Yeah.
Oh, I said it. Forgive me. I said it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It does definitely does have another one on there.
Either that or that. Yeah, okay. The look I just got of it is definitely is a 5. So I'll say unless the bottom of that 6 is really tightly wound, making it look like a 5. But no, that's definitely a 5.
Yeah, that's maybe he did that on purpose because of what you tried not to say.
Could very well be. I feel dirty now that I said it.
Get some soap.
Yeah, get the bar of soap out.
You got some Bazooka bubble gum.
Dropping an F-bomb. It's just as bad as dropping an F-bomb on a broadcast.
All right.
That outside line's coming with a lap car there leading. 24 went up the block and almost got in trouble. Made that move just a little bit too late, and that 42 is gonna pull the 57 right there with him. Might see our 10th different leader here with that 57 car.
Well, as they roll down through the trial, it looks like it's gonna count. So
he needs to jump down to the bottom to ensure it here. This 24 is coming. 57, 10th different leader of the race, Aaron Roth in the 57.
Yep, we were adding up. There's only 12 drivers that haven't led a lap tonight.
Oh, Eisburn got really loose right there, able to save it.
That's the thing with all these bump drafts too. It's a little crazy.
Yeah, those shots have got to be squared. If they're not, man, they can really upset the car pretty quick.
Yeah, these cars are not very square when they're on the back of them either. It's pretty round.
I was just gonna say I was watching where Truth was running to the corner side, and man, he had the bumper pretty close to that left corner. I was waiting for him to accidentally hook the 92, but able to keep it clean and green again. Eisberg in that 92 just super loose. He's running a little bit of a wide entry into the corners and kind of swooping down. And I think that's causing Truth to just kind of get to him a little bit weird, and it's getting the 92 loose.
Yeah, he's
definitely kind of washes up the track just a little bit, and then comes right back down. And when Truth tries to lay the bumper to him, you see just off center just a little bit right there. One wrong move and that 92 could be hooked right down to the bottom lane. 92 said, all right, I've had enough of that. I'm going up high. Go around me, boys.
Joshua Norton posted in Discord me watching Stuck in My Dagger race and dipped his head. I'm picking on him. I don't know if he's actually paying attention to the broadcast, so it's kind of funny. Aaron Roth still out front right now, but tell you, it's a little interesting watching Jonathan Stidham trying to get that lap back. At least one of them. I believe he has only one lap down, so if he can stay in front of him, it would help out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is gonna keep him out of the lead lap as long as the 57 Aaron Roth doesn't go around him. So if we do happen to see a flag of a certain color, this would keep the 42 of Stidham out of the lead lap.
Potential battle for position going on back around like the Busch Series. Maybe Truth Hope back around. It'll be a position battle, but it's like he was able to get back into this mix with the lead pack. So Truth Hope going to try to battle forward and potentially try to get a lap back. He's going to have to do it the hard way and try to get ahead of Timothy Eisbrand. But man, 2 laps down there. He's going to have to try and kind of hope for a lucky dog unless he can, or a wave around.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying, but I'll say to see Mikey Allen there getting shuffled out. He's going to go to the back real quick for that second spot.
See, Andrew Tuff stepped up to the high side. He's trying to help the 55 and Truth Hook out. And yeah, Mikey Allen is dropping back now. He might 3 wide back there. It's a little dicey having a lot of traffic involved here, and your lead car is trying to help out. And unfortunately, Truth looks like he's going to lose his help here. Andrew Tuff going to drop back behind. I was going to drop behind Wayne Scott. I think he's waiting on the room to prevail, and yes, he is going to transition back to the bottom.
So we might be about 4 or 5 laps away from seeing a second round of green flag pit stops here. Saw those first ones coming in around lap 25. We're quickly approaching lap 50 here in about 4 or 5 laps. Guys might be starting to try to put themselves in position for these green flag pit stops.
Yeah, we'll be definitely coming up on those stops here again. As last pit stop was lap 25, so 25-26 time frame. So we should be seeing stops here in the next matter of laps. But see, like 25-26 laps. Gonna be tight for some of these drivers. You're looking at like lap 72, lap 82. So they might be able to make it on 2, but it's gonna be rather tight.
Yeah, it's gonna be real close. Like I said, it's gonna depend on your position on track too. I mean, if you're in the draft, you might be able to save like 2 or 3 laps of fuel compared to what somebody out in the front of the pack's going to be burning up. I mean, that 42, he's leading this pack right now, and he's burning up more fuel than what the 57 or the 24 is. So if it's going to be close, you don't want to be out front.
That's right. Yeah, you're going to be able to try and save kind of probably around where Kinsley Smith is right now in the 5th spot. Some of these drivers see him dropping back. I'd say even Stidham might be trying to save a little bit himself. Maybe half the 3/4 throttle and then back to it. Everybody's still single file at the moment, but I really do think we're coming up with another set of stops here. I mean, fuel mileage says so. Next few laps here.
Yeah, I'm anticipating within the next 2 to 3 here, we'll start hearing guys calling them out.
I honestly think that you shouldn't have to call out your stop via voice chat. You should be able to hit a button and the other guys as crew chiefs will be, hey, this driver's coming in this lap.
Yeah, you would think that iRacing would have that kind of
Scripted out.
technology at their tip of their fingers now. But yeah, now you still got to call them out. Yeah.
Properly call them out, we should say.
I was saying, here we go. We're starting to get some call outs. 57, 67 making call outs that they're pitting this lap. So, second round of green flag pit stops coming up.
See if everybody can prevail here. And here they go.
Whoa!
Two drivers into the grass.
I say 2-3 drivers coming to pit road. Man,
And
I
there's
think
a
that's
speeding penalty
unfortunately
for one of
going to
them.
give the 24 a black flag. I think because I believe he missed a commitment code.
No, the 24 I think was okay. However, it's like Aaron Roth and Mikey Allen both going to receive a black flag for that, so they're going to have a little bit of penalties. .24 appears to
really
be the
surprising.
only one okay.
Oh, he's still sitting there. I said I don't think he made the commitment line. He went off of that grass. I don't think he made the commitment, so I think he got a black flag.
I didn't see. I've got two. I didn't see one for him. I'm gonna back it up here and take a quick gander. I think the 24 made the. He made the. He didn't.
No, he didn't. He went right around the cone.
That's a glitch. He did.
Yeah. So he definitely would have had a black flag for unsafe pit entry right there. So
It didn't.
that's a stop goal.
It may hit him on the exit.
I say they're all starting to roll here at the same time now. So, well, Aaron Ross still sitting there.
And it looks like the 24 was clear.
He was there way too long. I know he had a black flag. It may just not have showed it.
He must not have. I didn't. I got one for Aaron and one for Mikey.
Oh, the record coming to pit road. 42 is around. 92.
Alex Gates got a black flag speeding coming in probably. Things are hitting the ground running on pit road. Jonathan Stidham's 42, also a black flag during that entrance.
Yes, I know the 92 and the 42 had a little bit of contact there coming onto pit road. So
When 24 laps to go and black flags are flying here like somebody's throwing candy in a parade. Aaron Roth got a black flag too, so too fast exiting maybe.
well, double whammy for Roth.
Appears so. That one did not. Either that or I'm starting to wonder if he missed the exit cone or dipped the apron. Return to the racetrack,
Could very well be.
causing his black flag to trigger. So a double whammy, yeah. Man, things are shaking up. Stephen Luttrell, right now you're a race leader in the 36.
Saying I know some of these guys here on the outside calling out that they're coming down pit road, so they need to get clear of these guys coming off pit road here rather quickly to be able to get it down on pit road.
Yeah, they're getting there now. It's things have shaken up here. Man,
Well, we've had a bunch of incidents coming to pit road. Both other groups. Looks like this one's going to get in there clean.
So far, I don't see anything coming for these drivers. So, as long as they can get in their box, get things changed, refueled, get some fresh Goodyear if they want it, and a little bit of fresh Go-Go, just some VP or Sunoco Racing fuel, and get back out there. Oh, we're taking left sides over here. Look at this. Both Lockett and the 36 of Luttrell on left side tires.
Very interesting.
Looks like fuel only for the drivers behind him. Luttrell looks to leave, and Lockett's now going to pull out behind him. Lockett had the first pit box, but Luttrell with a quick stop doing the same exact thing. The same exact strategy for him and Lockett. Going to get them out there. And, man, look at Nathan Brzezowski. Going to sneak
another
in
quick
there.
stop with that fuel only. jump Lockett there on in position.
Yeah, it's a quick change there as well.
So this is going to be interesting because these guys are still going to come out, I think, pretty well in track position.
Track position pretty great here. They made that stop and still with the race lead. That stop there could have definitely been the move of the race.
Very well could be. I mean, you come down as the leader, top, three, 4 cars, and come right back out, still holding on to the top 3, 4 positions, 5 positions. That was definitely a solid round of pit stops by all 5 of those guys.
Most definitely looking at things here. Looks like might potentially be an underdog kind of night, maybe.
All right, now this group of 6 cars are just looking to stick together right now until that white flag shows. And then we'll let it all hang out once that white flag shows.
They are chase drivers stretched all the way out. Our lowest scoring driver right now at 20th is Truth Hope. And our highest scoring driver in the championship is Zach Lockett in the 3rd spot. So Stephen Luttrell and but Nathan Brzezowski not part of the chase. So these are those wild card drivers that we talked about, looking to potentially put a little bit of a hindrance in some of these drivers' points runs. But we got a slew of them that are kind of together as well.
Yeah, and I know Lockett there in the 93. He's probably hoping or wishing that he had a little bit of a different positioning earlier on or something, because the guy that's chasing him in the points championship, Andrew Teft, is just 2 cars right there behind him in that same group. I know he was hoping for a little bit of a bigger buffer than that coming down to the end of this thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit closer than he was hoping, but still some great racing going on through the field. Alex Gates and Mikey Allen back there doing battle as well. And this is happening actually just in front of your race leaders. So these 3 drivers trying not to lose any more ground than they have to. With Aaron Roth is actually 2 laps. So we got 2 drivers 2 laps down. Jonathan Stidham and Aaron Roth. Is Truth Hope all the way, or he's in 20th, all the way up to position 14. Joshua Norton a lap down. And then 13 drivers on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, these 3 cars here. Once this group of leaders get up to them, I'm sure they're going to work themselves into the back of this field if they can get the run on the outside of them. Still got a little bit of a distance back there, but
yeah, Joshua Norton in the 24. We were talking about him missing the commitment cone. He completely missed it. Scoring and the data acquisition programs I use are still tracking. He's only made 1 pit stop, and somehow probably managed not to get a penalty there. I'm looking. It may have issued it to him, but I don't see where. They did have a 56-second pit stop, so yeah, I'm sure he got it, but it didn't.
I was going to say I'm pretty sure that he got an unsafe entry one there, because he sat there for just as long as Mikey Allen did, and that's kind of the size of one of those 40-second holds.
Yeah, he had a 56.2 second stop, so that does clarify that he did get a penalty in the 24 car. We shall investigate. Stephen Luttrell, your race leader, started 2nd. Currently leading Nathan Brzezowski in the 2nd spot. Is Truth Hope now coming down for a pit stop? And Truth may, at this point, he'll have to have a 3rd stop because he had to come in for a fast repair earlier due to a blown engine and overheating. So he melted a couple pistons, and they did a quick rebuild and an engine swap and brought him back out. Haven't done a YouTube chat check yet tonight, so I'm gonna go do that. Usually like to check in, so we get close to the end, so I need to take that little.
Yeah, I'll say the end of this race is come up on us really quick. We've been cleaning green since the drop of the green flag. 60 laps, coming to 15 to go here. Been a really kind of an exciting race, being clean and green this long. So good on these guys for keeping it clean. And as I say that, the 43 is all over the back bumper of the 28 right there. Kind of seesaw back and forth. Things are about to pick up, maybe.
Yeah, they might pick up here, but looking here in the chat, Toasted Cupcake says hi, commentators. So hello, Toasted Cupcake, if you're still watching. Written on Mikey Allen, the 67. And looks like Jordan B02 out there rooting on the 24 of Joshua Norton Jr. And kind of right there, Jordan Bumgardner, I believe. I believe that's how they're Bodenhammer. Let me see. Talked to Jordan here the other day. But glad to see him out there in the Races Elite Network. Checking stuff out.
Always appreciate the
Baumgartner, yep. Baumgartner, potentially. Anyway, yeah, great. Thank you guys for checking it out, and hope you're having a great evening watching the race here at Talladega. There's 14 laps remain, and we're going to see who's got the fuel to make it the distance here. I'll tell you what, Andrew Teft had the fastest top speed of the race today, and it is a whopping 210 mile an hour.
I think that car better go to tech after the race and have that thing checked out for some nitrous or something.
I don't know exactly how he was able to get to that, but he definitely seems to have made it happen. Stephen Luttrell still your racer in the 36. Nathan Brzezowski just pushing him along there. And Zach Lockett right there with them. So it's you got Dennis Kane in the 4 also right there. Those, and looks like Andrew Teft in that mix. So Kinsley Smith also with them as well. That's a good battle for the points going on here with just 13 laps remaining as they come down the back straightaway. Coleman, the speedway down here now. It's interesting to see how this is going to play out. Drivers going to be having to figure some stuff out.
Oh, excuse me. I just had a giant sneezing fit. That's why I went silent for a while.
Well, I'm glad that's over, and hope it didn't hurt too much.
For now, it's over. Waiting for him to come back again.
Yeah, they don't stay away very long.
Not really. Not at least not with me. Once I start getting them, man, they just come one right after the other, after the other, after the other.
Yeah, Jonathan Stidham got around Truth Hook for the 20th position, so Truth Hook falls the 21st. Imagine it may be a result of a pit stop there where Truth had to go in to get his fuel. But Stephen Luttrell currently leading as they're approaching lap traffic, and they're a little spread out. This might get a little dangerous.
And the bottom lane just kind of stretching itself out just a little bit. They need to keep it a little bit tighter together, but they're going to come up on these 3 cars here, and then they're going to have to make the decision of where to go.
And one up stretched out. I don't know how that's going to play out here. They're kind of picking 2 lanes.
It was like everybody's starting to go to the top side now, giving these leaders the bottom side.
I kind of like the way that they transition that out. They did it, even though they're racing for position themselves. They made that ground available for the leaders, kind of in a chronological order.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the typical Races Elite sportsmanship right there. And as I say, that 77 is all over the back bumper of that 24, getting him just a little upset. Just a little bit. Kirby Wainscott way down there on the
Yeah, wow. speaking of getting sent. Oh, there's somebody. Oh, right into the.
Oh,
Oh, no.
42. Hard wreck. No caution yet.
I don't believe we're going to see a caution for this. Jonathan stood him and looks. Who's the blue? Is that Dennis Kane? Well, that's the Ford, Dennis Kane.
That's Norton.
No, it's Josh Norton.
Oh, they're still wrecking each other.
Or trying to get
Still
a caution?
no caution.
They're going to get one. This is
no
a self-cleaning racetrack. We're staying green. 10 laps to go. Those two are separated in turns 1 and 2. There is no mischief happening currently, but the 42 is slowed.
Yeah, I kept seeing that 24 seesaw just a little bit. I was waiting to see how long it was going to be before he went around. Unfortunately, he went around and took the 42 with him.
Yeah, Jonathan said I'm going to park his 42 machine on pit road. Maybe definitely going to be there for a moment. Did take a tow. Josh Norton is working on getting his machine back to pit road to get the damage assessed and potentially use a faster pair and get back out here.
I don't really think the 24 took quite as much damage as what the 42 did. The 24 might be all right, but definitely going to put him way off from everybody else.
Yeah, he's still something to keep a note of, though. Not part of the chase, but he will get. He's going to get that. As of right now, we'll get the bonus point for the fastest lap of the race, unless that changes here in the closing laps. 9, make it 8 to go as they cross the stripe.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much longer some of these guys up here in this lead pack are going to wait for making their moves. I mean, I know 93 Zach Lockett definitely wants to get that GOAT Racing diecast car back out to the front of this thing, try to pick up a win here, try to get as many spots away from Teft as he possibly can. But when do you make that move from P3?
Yeah, most definitely here is it's like the 36 of Latrell hanging on to it. I'd say you probably with like 3 to go, unless something starts to form, that you're gonna have to throw a block to be able to make it happen.
I'll say Teft's going now. Teft to the outside. He's got Truth Hope in the 55 with him.
Well, I mean, he's got a good group to back him here as they roll forward towards the outside of your race leaders. Looking to see how it's going to play out. He's got the 57. I believe that's going to be. I think it's Mikey Allen.
Mikey Allen.
Yeah, oh, man, I think that lap car was in the wall just a little bit there.
So I'm surprised I haven't seen Lockett try to go up and block that run from Teft, but really there hasn't been too strong of a run. These guys keep getting broken up just a little bit.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a crinkle.
I wouldn't be surprised that 98 starts to really get a good run. That 93 does whatever he can to try to keep him back there.
Dennis Kane jumped up to the high side in the 4 car. He's looking to go forward as well here. Currently in the 4th position. Race leader still Stephen Latrell.
Yeah, so you got Dennis Kane and Andrew Truth kind of stuffed it back down to the bottom. Now they're all going to dip back down to the bottom.
I think they're trying to see what they have.
Yeah, doing just a little bit of a test, see what kind of a run they could get. But meanwhile, this backpack now is all the slicing and dicing. The second group of cars back here is starting to somewhat make a little bit of headway on this front group.
Yeah, broke things up just a little bit there with the incident that happened with Josh Norton. But Norton now back in that mix. He's got a little bit of damage on the rear quarter panel, left rear side, maybe a little bit to the left side of the car. But he's able to hang with the group here. I don't know that he's going to be able to help much as far as being able to push somebody. But, man, just seeing things go down and stay caution-free so far. I mean, it's... Caution man's in the wind. He was working on putting the hooks on, but so far, oh, well, we've been able to avert that.
Yeah, I mean, 71 laps, clean and green, 5 to go. Let's see who's going to be trying to make moves here. We saw Andrew Teft trying to make something happen on that outside. Just trying to see what he could get it done. There's a little bit of a gap back there between Dennis Kane and himself in that 98. This front group starting to pull just a little bit. Maybe Andrew's seeing what kind of a run he could get if he falls back just a little bit. He'll catch that grass and try to do a slingshot.
And still single file, 4 to go. These guys are waiting, but man, that second pack is huge, and they are going to run them down. But can they do anything with it? That is going to be the difference. And they may time this just perfect. And I tell you what, the driver that's in the hot seat right now is probably in position to make the move to win this. And I don't want to say it because you don't want to say it, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, as well as the viewers out there, because we've talked about it earlier, and we're not picking nobody to win, but he's in the seat.
Absolutely. I mean, he's second in line of that pack that's coming hard.
And
Three to
the
go
car in front
here.
is a lap car.
This could potentially play out to be like a last lap catch and go for this second group of cars.
This first group's gonna have to fan out 3 and 4 wide and figure out how to slow down the run and get these guys kind of nervous.
Yep, I was gonna say Andrew Teff making that move now.
They've got the potential. They've got the potential, but they're gonna have that third lane wide open.
Yeah, I was gonna say these guys are gonna go side by side, so slow down. This second group is gonna catch them and catch them pretty quick here.
It may slow the pace. Oh, hang on a minute. We got Kirby Wainscott thinks he's going to the pit road. The 10 is going to be low on fuel, so this might be an interesting deal here. Kirby Wainscott's last pit stop, I believe. You're going to tell me. This is lap 50. So he will be.
Here they come. Alex Gates, Kensley Smith, Breda Sanfilippo from that second group up there in that third groove. We got a race on our hands now, boys. Andrew Teff in through the middle with Triz Hope. Going to go to the race lead here. 2 to go. Coming to the white flag.
Oh, in a pinch. Man, he's going to go right to the top side, trying to hold him up. Truth Hope draws the 77. Oh, Josh Norton's going to make contact with the 77. They're going to be able to keep it together. It was just a little bit of trading paint as they're going to come off of turn number 4 to the tri-oval, 3 wide. With the white flag in the air, the next flag will potentially end this as long as they can make it to the tri-oval. Okay, it looks like we're going to. White flag is out. Doesn't matter now. It's all for the berries. The race is on. It's time to go. Go time is hit. And we have a huge... Oh, we got a wreck. Truth Hoax around.
And our points leader, Zach Lockett, going to get caught up in it.
The race is still on. Oh, it's not over yet. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Everybody else
Oh,
is wrecking.
big wreck. We've got the big one at Talladega.
Andrew Teff's going to win this race all by himself.
As long as he's got the fuel to make it. He pitted on lap 53. He should have enough fuel to go the distance and celebrate. Big wreck taking out the majority of the field. The back straightaway is littered with cars.
It took everybody out.
It did. And Andrew Teff making it through the tri-oval. Qualified. Did not qualify. Gonna come to the tri-oval. Started towards the back of the pack. Did not have enough to make it. Dennis Kane will finish second. Third, we'll get a Barry Nelson in the 28. Your race winner here at Talladega is Andrew Teff.
Wow, man. Clean and green to the end of the whole field of wrecks on the white flag lap.
Wow.
Andrew Teff able to just drive himself away from all of it and pick up the win here at Talladega.
Tell you, we got a lot of mangled cars here in Talladega. There's gonna be a lot of R&D done this week.
I say this changes up everything. Zach Lockett getting caught up in that wreck, and Andrew Teff winning this race. That's going to put him on top of the points leaderboard with 1 race left to go next week in Charlotte. Man, this changed everything.
Man, we went from like having only 1 playoff driver in the top 3 to the top 3 being playoff drivers. I think they're still trying to figure out what exactly happened. Alrighty, we'll look at our full field rundown here. And Andrew Teff, your race winner. Dennis Kane comes home second. Barry Nelson third. Stephen Luttrell comes home fourth. Rounding out your top 5. Brandon Sanfilippo. 6th is Terry Fennell. 7th, Nathan Brzezowski. And that's fantastic because Nathan was part of that big wreck, like almost right there at the end. as well as Trevor Fettig coming home 8th, Alex Stepp comes home 9th, Kinsley Smith 10th, Zach Lockett 11th, Troy Thomas comes home 12th, Brandon Puffenbarger 13th, Timothy Wiseman 14th, 15th is Richard Ode, 16th Alex Gates, 17th Mikey Allen, 18th Joshua Norton Jr., and then we'll roll down here. 19th Kirby Wayne Scott, 20th Truth Hope, 21st Aaron Roth, and rounding out your field, the 22nd spot, Jonathan Stidham. Sure, there might be some post race penalties to be put out there, but man, we'll talk to our top three. Barry Nelson picking up the third spot after a crazy incident. Let's see if I'm buried down through here.
Say if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and let you handle
Gotcha.
those interviews, and
Sounds good.
I'll just stay quiet here for a second. I'm
Yeah,
about to go into another fit here.
you good, Barry? Congratulations, man! A great third place podium. Last lap catastrophe kind of played a good role in that, but man, just be able to get through the incident and come home with that third place finish. Tell us about it from your shoes.
Man, they got wild. We our pack caught that pack with 2 to go, and it went from running 20 lap single file, and all of a sudden you 3 wide and holding on.
Yeah,
Just hold it straight and hope nothing happens.
most definitely. And it was really wild there as things were come down through the last lap.
What did they say? It's Dago, baby.
Yeah, oh yeah, they definitely said that quite a good many times. Uh, yeah, I thought seeing Kirby Wainscott come for fuel, and I had to look at the pit lap. I thought Andrew might have. I was like, man, this is over. Andrew's gonna win, and then like Andrew might run out of fuel, and then I looked. He's like lap 53 for a pit lap. I was like, he's got this.
Yeah.
It was a great push and great work between you and Dennis Kane to hang on to the top three podium spots there coming to the line after the big wreck there.
When we kind of we made it through the other side of them couple of wrecks. I seen me and Dennis, and I was thinking maybe we might have a chance to catch Andrew before the finish line.
Yeah, that definitely it. You guys got there. Just unfortunately, that wreck should if it happened a little bit closer to turn two, you may have had him.
Yep.
But man, anybody want to thank help you pick up a third place podium here tonight?
Oh, Misfits Racing, man. Troy, True, Terry. Uh, Good team to work with. So
Thank you. But congratulations, Barry, on the third place finish tonight, and I'll help you out in the points and after that big shake up there at the end of the race.
yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll move him down. We'll check out with Dennis Kane picking up the second spot, the number 4. Dennis is up here. There we go. Well, Dennis, welcome to the booth. Ron and Russell up here. You got a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Very good, brother. Crazy race at the end, and like I was telling Barry, you guys kind of hooked up there. If that wreck would have happened a little closer to turn 2, may have had something for Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, the race is just all about making it, and especially if it's staying green, you got to really execute your pit stops. Um, that's probably where most people fell off cycle. So just making sure you stay part of that lead group. There at the end, I don't know if Steve was trying to save fuel or what was going on, but I knew we could have pushed harder. I was a little disappointed that other pack caught us. Um, and then kind of just made it through the fray there. And in the chat with Andrew, and he's like, I feel helpless. He goes, you might get me. He's like, and there's nothing I could do. But yeah, we ran out of runway there, and was fortunate to bring home second.
Yeah, it's definitely able to get home second place for the number 4. Good, say a bounce back on the points and be able to move forward from tonight. A great run nonetheless for the number 4 machine. Anybody like to thank help you pick up a podium here tonight?
Yeah, thank Racers Elite Network, Chip Coop Racing. Yeah, just keep it going, and can't wait till next week, season finale, and then of course next season.
Like yeah, it's we'll see how crazy next week gets. How tight the points go after tonight's fiasco at Talladega.
Yeah, it should be fun. I think it's Charlotte, right? It should be a good one.
Like yeah, we'll look forward to that, and look forward to hopefully talking to you again there.
Cool. Have a good one, guys.
You too. Dennis Kane picking up the second spot. We'll talk with your race winner in just a moment. Andrew Tuft picking it up after the big crash he snuck through. And now down here in Victory Lane. Congratulations, Andrew Tuft, on the race win. Definitely one nobody saw coming, and the Racers League president will take the race win at Talladega and gain a few points here to try to potentially seal a deal in the next gen series point standings.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one coming. Oh, what a race, though. Totally green, no yellows. You know, had an accident there on the last lap. I think I saw 4 wide briefly, but they're all going for it on the last lap, and yeah, just really, really glad to be a part of this group of guys. Just really highly respectful racing out there.
It's there was a lot of things that went right there, and kind of went is looking here, guys just trying to stay out of the way more or less, and dramatic incident occurs, and the 98 kind of squeezes his way through away from everybody and doesn't get touched.
Yeah, I saw the big wreck behind me after the 4 wide, and then a secondary wreck with Kensley and them, and Dennis is my teammate, so he was in the voice chat with me, and told him I think he might have a shot at me. I'm out here by myself, just a sitting duck, and didn't have any help, so I was a little worried he was going to catch me. That was pretty close, but there's just really nothing I could do. I thought about maybe downshifting to 4th, maybe to try to keep my RPMs up, because I was slowing up pretty quick with no draft, but I decided to not do that and just barely made it.
Yeah, definitely
Well,
got
after I
interesting.
would say after that big wreck, nobody had any draft because you were the only one out there.
Yeah.
I literally think every other car behind you was caught up in that wreck.
Yeah,
it
it was
was swinging pinballs down there for sure.
yeah, it's a lot of fun having Dennis there with me too to have it play out. Really good time.
Like a good team points.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. Anybody like to thank help you pick up a race win tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank my teammates for helping out, and Truth there at the end for helping me race up to the lead there. So I got turned at the end. It would have been nice if he got a yellow or something to kind of reset his race. He's pretty good at these, but I want to thank our servicemen and women. Might have said that already. You guys for helping out in the booth, friends, family, team. And if you're interested in checking us out, just head on over to racerselite.com. Got a couple really fun races coming up this weekend. Tomorrow night we've got Gen 4 at iRacing Super Speedway. That's at 9 o'clock Eastern, and Sunday's an all-day elimination style money event. It's our 3rd annual JGT Memorial Daytona 500. We've got a couple heats, a last chance qualifier race, and then finally a feature at 7 o'clock in the evening. So make sure you tune back in. You can, if you don't remember all that, just head on over to our website. All the info is right on there.
Okay, very busy man. Congratulations on the race so much. Go celebrate and update Racers League, our Racing League to the current point standings coming into the championship race next week, and we'll see how that plays out as well. And there's a lot of champions about to be crowned here in the next week or so.
Yeah, next week's going to be really exciting. I would recommend tuning in for all 3 or all 4 shows Tuesday through Friday, because points battles are just insane. Tuesday we've got 5 drivers within 11 points of each other, and Wednesday we've got 5 guys within 13 points of each other, and still a battle between Zach and I, maybe a couple others in this one. So just looking forward to seeing how it all plays out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how all that works next week. A very busy week, and hopefully not any busier than it has to be.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, guys.
Welcome, Andrew. Thank you. Alrighty, Russell. Well, it's been fun as always. Andrew Tuft, the HMFIC, taking the win here at Talladega after an interesting race, and hopefully I mean, it's come down to the wire. I'd like to see next week look like that too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of classic races elite. I mean, clean and green for 75 laps, and then white flag comes out, and all hell breaks loose. And Andrew Teff was the one guy to be able to make it through all that and picks up the win here. Going to take over the points championship lead here, going into the season finale at Charlotte next week. And look forward to that race and crowning ourselves a champion here in the Races Elite Next Gen Cup Series.
Okay, and speaking back on the fastest lap of the race, Kinsley Smith actually turned to 49.044 close to the end of this. So, unfortunately for Josh Dorton, having to get in a wrecked race car did not end up with that bonus point he was looking for.
See what happens next week.
That's it. Yep. So that'll do it for us here at Talladega with the Races Elite Network. We will see you guys next week here. Don't forget there's stuff going on this weekend, and hopefully you can reach out to Races Elite here on YouTube and see all that action as well.